Hi friends, good evening. I hope my smile brings a little bit of sunshine to your world today. So I'm gonna try to keep this video really short, under maybe 6-7 minutes, hopefully. First of all, my name is Maya. So welcome to our channel, Enchanting Life Within Your Foundation. And make sure you hit the subscribe button and do all the necessary. Leave a like and share this video at the end so that other people can get access to this information. So the topic of today's video is depression, specifically what is currently happening to Omashola from the Big Brother Nigeria house. So okay, when my colleague sent me this the clip you see on the video right now, I was really blown away because I heard from one of my work supervisors that, you know, the story behind Omashola's issues with depression and how he was, you know, having difficulty in the Big Brother house and all of that. And this is really one of the reasons why I always talk about mental health. And I always say that if you're not happy somewhere, leave that place. Like, absolutely leave that place. Don't stay behind. Don't think that that place is your security. Nothing is your security but yourself. If you lose yourself, you lose your mental health, you're gone. Nothing, no job, no environment, no spouse, no husband, no wife, no relationship, nothing is your security other than yourself. Having said that, I'm quickly just going to talk about depression a little bit, what causes it, and some of the issues, some of the ways we can quickly help ourselves to snap out of it. So first of all, depression is caused by, one of the first things that causes depression is pressure. If you remember this lady's song Teniola, when she was singing about that, if she doesn't say hi, don't blame her, like the pressure is much. And a lot of people who are high flyers, high achievers, talk about pressure, and there are different types of high achievement. Personally, I have very high standards for my personal life and for my, you know, my professional life and my life as a student. I'm good, you know, when I put in my best into something, I want to have that same result back. And then we have supervisors, mentors who expect the best from us, and so there is all this pressure. We have bills to pay, we have expectations in society that we think that we need to meet. And no wonder Omashola was saying that, you know, during your young years when you are depressed, they tell you that it's because, you know, you don't want to be left behind, so you're feeling like, oh, my friends are leaving me behind. And I really experienced a little bit of that darkness. I'm not going to say it's depression because it wasn't that dark, but I know I was really down in 2019 because I had a lot of personal stuff I was working through, and it was my first time really like facing a lot of issues from my past. And I remember that when I get up in the morning, I'll feel like there's this darkness on my, like, I didn't want to wake up. And that's one of the basic signs of depression, like when you don't want to wake up. But I was mentally, you know, intelligent, and I don't want to use the word emotionally intelligent, but I want to say strong enough to at that time to recognize that this darkness that I'm feeling, this is not the way it's supposed to be. And so I started to like challenge that situation until I got better. Now, one of the other things that can also cause depression is disappointment. When you are disappointed repeatedly, and if we are going to talk about disappointment in this video, I think I probably should wear a crown on my head, like with disappointment on it, because ladies and gentlemen, I have been disappointed so many times in my life. You have no idea. Like, I would literally put my effort into something, put in my very best, and then it's just going to go bonkers. And of course, losing hurts, and I'm here to hold space for anybody who has lost something, whether it's a job, an application, a relationship, whatever it is. It's really hurts and it sucks to lose, right? Especially when you feel like you deserve it. So I'm just here to validate that for you, that it doesn't feel nice at all to lose. All right, and that can make someone depressed. And once you know what can probably cause, you know, the problem, then you're already like halfway to solving the problem, right? And then there is also abuse, childhood abuse, whether sexual, emotional, psychological, any type of abuse at all can cause depression. I don't want to talk about it in details. Please watch our other videos where we've talked about sorts of abuse that can happen to children. But when parents are so busy trying to make a living that they ignore a child, and then the child has this feeling that, oh, they are not good enough, definitely that child in going through life, they will battle with depression. Because to feel like you're not good enough, it means that you're feeling like you're not worthy, and that you're sort of like a burden to life. And when you start feeling like a burden to life, that is the gateway to depression. And it also opens the way to suicidal thoughts, because then the person is thinking, if I'm not good enough for life, if I'm not worthy, if I'm a burden to life and to my loved ones or to people around me, if people treat me like I don't matter, then I might as well not be here, because then I don't matter. So I really hope that this is resonating with you. And if it is resonating with you, please leave a like, so that people can also know that someone or a foundation or people get them, and that they are not alone. And it's so important to know that you're not alone when you're going through depression. Going back again to what Omashola wrote in that post, he said it that he's in a very lonely place right now, and that he feels very much alone, even though he's in a world filled with people. And that's another thing that can cause depression, when you are being ignored, when you feel that, okay, the people that I love, or the people who should care about me, they don't hold space for me, they are not there for me emotionally, they're not there for me anytime when I need them, or most times when I need them. Definitely this can actually trigger depression in a person. I could go on and on about the courses, quite frankly, but I hope that just those ones I've covered have touched a little bit on that. And I still want to work with the timing for this video, so I want to go to some of the things we can do to actually help us snap out of this. Because especially if you're in Nigeria and you're in Africa, I'm not here to bash the government, I don't have the energy for that, but you really are your own best keeper if you are in Africa or in Nigeria. But people like us in this foundation, we are definitely here to hold space for you, so you are not alone in that sense. Now, what can you do if you are feeling depressed? One of the strongest reasons why people have depression, like I already said, is all these factors. But then the strongest one is the fact that you are bottling all of them up and you're not expressing them. So wherever there is repression of emotions, there is depression. So you're going to have to let these emotions go. You're going to have to find a way to express these emotions. You are allowed to get angry. Smash a glass. Please don't smash someone's face, but get angry. Find a space to really get angry. If you want to cry until you cannot cry anymore. You need a journal. You write out everything and how you feel. And if you start to write, you will see that your subconscious mind will start to pour out all these things. All you need to do is really to sit down and ask your subconscious mind, what is the problem? Why am I feeling sad today? I promise you're going to get a reply to that question, a lot of replies. So try to do this if you can, in a space where someone can check on you. But I know how that feels. When you're going through depression, you feel like nobody even cares anyway. So you might not exactly have someone to check on you in that sense, but you definitely have people like us. So you could just send us an email, you send us a message, or you do what you want to do, time it, and then just write. And then when the time is over, you stop writing. So just please try to be a bit conscious about it, because you could get sunk into that pit and then not be able to come out. I would encourage that you write with music playing in the background. Just look for soft music, maybe something Indian, something soft. Just write it and then play it in the background, and then you start writing. And by the time you're done, sometimes I write like half page of a journal, basically as a way to keep my mental health in check. Naturally, you should have a journal, even if you're not suffering from depression, because life itself is something that we have to journal about, because it's so many things happening at once that you definitely need to purge out some of those things from your subconscious mind and from your mind, so that there is space, so that you're not repressing them. And when you are not repressing emotions, then there is no depression, right? So another thing that you can also do to battle depression is to reduce expectations. So I wrote this story, guys. Oh my god, this story got published by the UN. Ooh, congratulations to us. And it's in the story I was saying that I might actually get married and not wear a wedding ring. The reason why I said I'm not going to wear a wedding ring, it's not like I might not. It's because there is all these expectations around marriages, and all these expectations around society's ideas that we have all these things in our brain that says, oh, we have to do this by this age, or we have to do that. And the truth is that it's not always possible from a realistic point of view to do all those things and to check all those boxes by a certain age. So when you feel like, oh, you know what, I'm 38, I'm 40, I'm 45, I should be married by now, and I'm not married, and then you go online and you see someone does like this, and then you think, oh my God, I'm not married, and then you start to like judge yourself and to feel like, okay, you're not meeting expectations and that you're being left behind by your peers, which is exactly what Omashola was talking about in that post, that he feels like his peers are leaving him behind. Okay, quick apology. I don't think we're going to make this video less than 10 minutes because it's less than 6 minutes because it's already like 10 minutes. But essentially, you're getting the point, and I think that this is a very important conversation. So just try to stay to the end. So reduce your expectations. Don't have it. Okay, you could have a timeline, but have a moving timeline. Okay, I want to do this by this age. If you get to that age, you haven't done it, shift it forward again. It's your life. It's your script. It's your timeline. Don't let another person or society pressure you into keeping up to their timeline. I promise you, the moment you remove those expectations from your mind, you're going to start feeling better because you feel like, you know what, it's my life anyways. If I die today now, that's the end of me. Since my dad died last year, how many of his expectations has he been able to fulfill for this year? Huh? It's gone. So don't let people push you into saying, oh, you must do this by this age, or you must do that by this age. And they are going to be there, those people. I know that, for example, as I'm recording this video, some people are watching it and they are ripping me apart in judgment. Like, oh, why is her hair like this? Why is her skin like this? Why is this like this? Why is, you know, they're going to rip you apart. But who cares? At the end of the day, it's their judgment, not yours. So sometimes what I do is, when I interact with someone who is extremely judgmental, when they are going, I be like, take this basket. And like, what basket is that? I said, this is a figurative basket containing all your judgment and all your criticism that I didn't ask you for. So go away with all of them. And they're like, Maya, are you serious? I'm like, yes, I'm serious, because you come into my space and then you bring all this negativity. So that's another thing. So the third thing I want to state is, like I already said at the beginning, don't stay in a place if you're not happy there. Nobody is your security. Nothing is your security. If you are around a person and the person is constantly criticizing you, you really have to remove yourself from that person or minimize contact. Or you're around a person and the person is constantly mentioning your negative point. We all have negative points. We know most of them. We don't need another person singing these negativities in our ears. We already know them. I mean, why can't they sing the positive? Why can't they be like, oh, you know what, your eyes are large and they're beautiful, or your conversation is nice, or I like talking with you? Why can't they focus on that? Why are they so interested in focusing on the negative? And then they will tell you, oh, it's because I want you to be better. Let them know you are already good enough as you are. You don't need them criticizing you to make you better. That's just stupid, you know, when people do that. All right, so another thing that I want to recommend that you can do to battle depression is a three set of things. So it's three set of this. What am I speaking this evening? Because I'm trying to hurry because of the time. All right, so you need salt. You need Epsom salt. It's like Epsom magnesium salt. I made another video about this on our channel, so you might want to check out that video. You need vitamins, specifically magnesium and potassium. And you need candles, scented candles for, you know, anxiety, because depression works with anxiety most of the time. And then scented candles are calming too to the nervous system. And then you need meditation, something to like calm your subconscious mind when you are really frazzled, when you're really like upset. So I'm going to break it down briefly now. Epsom salt is something that you use. Is like a salt. So all I know is that it has magnesium, and when you are depressed or you have any sort of mental difficulties, mental stress that stresses your central nervous system, usually your magnesium and your potassium is low. So you could run a test at the hospital, or you could take my word for it, because that's actually scientifically correct. Your magnesium and potassium is low, and both of them are responsible for nerve cell interaction. So when magnesium is low in the brain, in the body, and potassium is usually it causes depression. It can increase your chances of having depression. And so having that salt, so you just put this salt inside water and you take a bath with it at the end of the day, or in the morning, or as many times as you want to. And so your pores will be open, and then the magnesium content sort of seeps into your pores, and it just has this like this relaxing effect on you, kind of like taking a bath in a sauna or maybe like a jacuzzi to like calm your nerves. And you should have that as a way to battle depression. And then scented candles, having them around the house, it could be lavender fragrance or any other fragrance, is very calming. And then meditation. If you think you want it, please let me know. I'm going to put a link to free meditations at the end of this video that anyone can just quickly download. I have a lot of meditations. Most of them I did for myself, some for clients, and days that I'm really not feeling good, I play them to sleep, and by the time I wake up, my subconscious mind is believing everything in that meditation to be true. So it could be something as simple as you are calm, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you are supported, you know, something. It's just repeated affirmations inside a very calming soundtrack, and it really, really helps to like calm the mind down. I definitely recommend it, even when you don't have depression, as something that you should just have to support good. It's part of like good mental health care, you know, kind of like how you have your soap and your sponge for your bodies. These things I'm listing are part of good mental health care practices. So you can also use apps that support mental health, like Hear Me. Most times people think I'm working for Hear Me. I do work for them, but I'm not like affiliated for them. They don't pay me. I'm just working there as a volunteer. But Hear Me is an app where you can talk to someone for free, and the person will listen to you and, you know, just hold space for you. And most times that's all we need, someone to just listen to us and hold space for us. And that's what I also want to talk about as the next thing that you can do, is to speak to someone. So most people who are going through depression feel that they don't have someone to listen to them. They feel like they're lonely, like Omashola said. The last thing you want at that time is to speak to someone and have the person tell you, oh, you're just blowing things out of proportion, or like Kidwaya was saying to Erica, it's all in your head. When you hear things like that, those are not really healthy statements. What you need to hear as at that moment is for the person you're talking to tell you, I hear you, I validate what you're hearing and what you're feeling. You have a right to feel this way, and I'm here to listen to you, and together we can figure out a solution. Or I'm here to just listen to you, and, you know, if you need any help, any suggestion, let me know. They might not even need suggestion. Most times they just need someone to listen to them, and then the solution comes out. And then finally, what I want to say is get professional help if it is that serious. If you don't think you are able to handle all of this situation for yourself, look at Omashola's situation. Is really, really, really sad. Like, looking at it alone is depressing for me. So you might want to get professional help. Reach out to someone. There is help. We are here. There are people who want to hold space for you. And finally, to parents, I just want to say that really a lot of times parents are part of the people who cause depression in their children. I mean, I have a neighbor here who's like constantly screaming at her children. Like, she's like always screaming. I don't know what's wrong with that lady. She's always screaming. Like, if I'm depressed already just being her neighbor. Okay, that's taking the word a little bit playfully, but really, I can't imagine being that woman's child. She's so abusive. She doesn't even realize she's that abusive. Like, all her children are walking on eggshells around them. You don't want to be that kind of parent whose emotional outbursts are like this. You're so unregulated in how you relate to your parents, to your children, and the world, that they are like literally afraid of you. Or you are such a control freak that they have no idea what to do to please you. Everything you want to like have everything under severe control. Please, this is not the Nazi regime. Chill out and just let them be. You know, let them be. So to anyone who is watching this and is suffering from depression, the number one thing I want you to take away from this video is to reduce your expectations of yourself and life. Some days you are just not going to be feeling fine, and it's okay to not feel fine. Some days you just don't want to take your bath. You know what? It's fine. If you are so down that day that you don't want to take your bath, you can even walk into the shower with your whole clothes. It's your clothes, it's your body, it's your shower. Do it if you have to do it. And just because I know that when you are depressed, it's so like the person doesn't even want to get up from the bed, or the person wants to sleep throughout the day. Those are some signs of depression. And I think I'll make another video where I'll explain more explicitly some of these signs so that people can recognize it in them when it's happening. But if that's how you feel, or you feel unmotivated, you know what? Even if it's just a crawl, even if it's just one word, one thing you can do towards your goals, do it. Even if it's just whatever it is, don't let anybody judge you and say, oh, you are being lazy, or don't. Before, I used to let people's judgment affect me, but now some days I wake up by 1 o'clock. That's what I feel like doing, and that's what I would do. And the day I feel like doing a lot, I would do everything that I didn't do the other day. And so small, you see yourself inching out of that darkness, and then you inch towards the light. You know what, Devon? Because you do deserve the light. You're worthy of the light. You're worthy of good things. Everything good that you desire, you're worthy of it. So just put your energy, put your focus in the things that you desire. See only those things as possible. And when you fail, know that it's okay. Sometimes we all fail. We are humans, and sometimes we just fail. And then sometimes, surprisingly, we succeed. So like I always say, success is when you fail, and then you succeed when you're not expecting that success. Just take the failures as training for when you're actually going to succeed. And then lastly, for those who are actually, who believe in religion, you should try to increase your hope in a creator. And even if you don't believe in religion, just know that there is more. There is more to everything. There is this universe, there is more, and you're supported by all that is more than you in this universe. Really, you are supported by that. And if you want to explore that conversation more, then do send me an email. I would definitely want to have that conversation with you, or any conversation about your mental health for that matter. Thank you very much for watching. I love you very much, and I hope that you see the light in you, because there is light in you. Lots of love. Namaste.